Well, even in that workout, I was like, oh my God, I feel it, like all those muscle little shakes
stability.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's going on? What's the plan for today? I know we talked about a class.
Yeah, we have our combo class. So yeah, that's the one you wanted, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good. I'm not teaching it. Alicia, our other instructor, is teaching it.
Okay.
So we start with 20 minutes of Legree.
Okay.
They get 5 minutes in between to like change into their sneakers, come out to the locker, do whatever they need to do, and then they go into the climbing room.
Okay.
Then 20 minutes of climbing.
Okay, so we're starting Legree.
Yeah, and it's lower body
That's new for me.
today.
Normally we've started
with
climb. No, this is great.
I love that idea. Like it truly was just because the way the schedule worked out that like all the combo classes start that way. But like if that's a good way to start, like
I mean, honestly, that was only studio that I've tried it that way. But now that I'm thinking the Legree studio very sweaty.
That's what I was thinking.
So now that I'm like, oh, that actually is going to be a really nice transition.
Yeah, and like I feel like you're going so slow in Legree's. Like I mean, there's pep and stuff, but like it's very much like.
And they're responding really well to the combo class.
Yeah. So this has been like a slow roll to get people to like work up the courage to try a class, like a full class, and then when they do, they're like, oh, I love it. But because we like marketed it as Legree first, this studio, I think that we need to do a better job of putting this out there and letting people understand what it is and that we're here.
I mean, it makes sense because people respond. They know Legree, you know.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna get those people that thrive in it and walk towards it. And now you can be like, and surprise, we also have.
Yeah. Like when they're in there and they hear the uns, and this wall's vibrating, they're like, ooh, what's that? Well, that's part of the reason like this method's really good because you do get your heart rate elevated. It's not nearly as much as you do in this room, but this is like that higher intensity that you're not gonna get at Club Pilates. And then if they wanna, we have a lot of people that do double up, where they'll do a full Legree class and then come in this room and do a full climb class, which is great.
Yeah,
that's what we want,
it's an incredible. I mean, will you kind of share your history with Legree and then why you kind of paired the Versaclimber method with it?
Yeah, so I never intended to teach group fitness. Like I fell into it. I was taking a Legree class in Chicago, thinking I was walking into a Pilates class, and immediately fell in love with it because it was so intense. Became an instructor within like 2 months of taking my first class. And then like that snowballed. So I had been teaching Legree probably for about 2 years, like 2, 3, 4 classes a week. And then I was approached to learn how to teach cycle by someone at Flywheel, which was in Chicago. And I was like, I don't know how to count music. Like I never intended to teach spin, but I loved taking those classes. So then I became a cycling instructor. But I loved Legree so much that I knew I wanted to open a studio. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna go for it, it's gonna be now. Like I have the time to like sit back and like plan this. So started doing some research, knew that I wanted to do it here in Scottsdale because my family lives here and they don't have they have Legree, but it wasn't as present as it was in Chicago. And I thought that they were kind of missing like this component, like the pairing of the two. So so came out here like 2.5 years ago and started the process of getting this place open. And I've been talking to Courtney since, had done my Versa cert back in 2020.
2020, that was before COVID?
It was in the middle of COVID. We were all masked up, remember? It was like August of 2020.
You're right, because I was like, do I cancel? Do I not cancel? Do we do it? Yeah.
I think we had like that break, right? Like where we were kind of like, the restrictions were being lifted.
Just lifted,
Yeah, and then I came out from Chicago to take that weekend with you guys. And then loved it so much. I was like, all right, definitely. I knew when I came back here, I had looked at so many different spaces where we could open with just the Legree side and it wasn't enough room to have this. And I was like, no, like I really feel strongly that we need to do climbing just because I love cardio. Like cycling was such a big part of my life. And while I love Legree, I felt like it would be more complete with climb. It's more complete, yeah, full body. I mean, if we're telling them we're doing a full body workout in there, we couldn't come in here and just work lower body.
And before fitness instructor, you were Are
attorney.
You still practicing?
No.
She was an attorney.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hence the name Body Politik. So that's part of the reason for the name.
That was my next question.
Yeah. So Body Politik is a group of people working together, or like in legal terms, it was a city-state, a group of people in a state. This is Courtney.
Hi.
Alicia.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Thank you. We're so happy to be here.
Yeah, likewise. Really fun to have y'all.
Yeah. What's the format of the new studio? It's all strength-based?
Yeah, it's a new format that they rolled out. It's 5 studios underneath one roof.
Wow.
And the membership's pretty much,
Like an umbrella membership, you can go anywhere. And we wanted to bring the desert inside. So we have this wall, we have our cactus wall in the back of our megaformer room. And then in the back of the climbing room, I want to have muralists come draw the different peaks, like the Superstition Mountains, Camelback, and put the elevation. So that way when you climb, you can measure next to the elevations that we have around here. Because you crush Camelback in this class. Like in
how tall is it?
Camelback, I want to say it's like 1,800 feet. Right?
Yeah, I know they're out there, unless you do some challenges like climb Camelback 3 times. hit that milestone.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you can always do monthly challenges too, not even just in the class, but within 30 days, Everest.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I love that.
How many is that? I don't know, but it's a lot.
A lot, I know, we'd have to look.
VC 60 after class.
Hey, Natalie. This is Versaclimber. Natalie's our other climb instructor.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm Courtney.
Oh, hi, I'm Natalie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do you guys live around here?
No, we're from California,
awesome.
Southern California, LA and Orange County.
Oh, cool. My husband's from Beverly.
We've been traveling around the country to visit the Versaclimber studios and take class and be immersed in your guys' culture and learn what you guys do. So we're very excited to be here. I met Elia a couple years ago and she came to get certified at the Versaclimber headquarters. And we've been connected since.
That's so cool. So you guys are like kind of all over throughout the country and everything. I know they're getting more popular.
Yes, we have 80 across the globe currently.
Hey, Tina.
That's really cool. I also teach at the one in Denver, Transform. I don't know if you've
Oh,
been
yes.
there yet.
We love them. We love Transform.
You stack your thumbs, your pinkies right under your shoulders. Good, you guys. So you're stabilizing through your center core. Chin's lifted, you're looking at the number 6. Nice movement of your carriage. Hips lift up just slightly. Yeah, good. So you guys on the way back. With the second foot aim at your feet. All right, once you're here. This time, 2 minutes now, reach out towards the sky. Right hand grabs your left hand, grabs your right. With knees towards the aluminum. Good. As you step out of this, step nice and wide. But a deep breath, reach all the way up. As you come down, hands come to heart center. Lower into a big sumo squat. Elbows press out between the knees. We sway side to side.
Awesome, like of course, but I think I'm nervous.
That was awesome.
Good.
Nerves
Thank
happen.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even in that workout, I was like, oh my God, I feel it. Like all those muscle little shakes
stability.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot.
It's brutal. Yeah, Legree is so hard. And that was a tough, a tough routine too, the sequence. I know! They're just not nice.
What I can really appreciate,
not even a minute.
there was like 3 or 4 moves. So I did Legree consistently for like 2 years.
Yeah.
There was some moves you guys did I've never done.
Really?
And
the giant kneeling hamstring curl one's that was newer to us.
I
too.
love
It
that.
was really cool. You did good.
Yes.
Good.
And the squat one.
The ninja
where you
squat.
is that the ninja squat? Walking in here, not have taken Legree in a long time and already feeling the shakes walking into here. I definitely didn't climb as strong as I normally did, but I think that's what's making me stronger. Is, I'm already fatigued and then pushing through it. So I personally enjoyed it. I think that's going to challenge, clients to make us better.
Yeah.
You met someone that's never tried Versaclimber class before.
Yeah.
What would you share with them, or what would you tell them?
Like in one word, or just kind of an
In
elevator
general,
pitch?
yeah.
It's the way I tell my mom about it, who's never done a Versaclimber class, is it's dark lights, loud music, a lot of fun, and a lot of sweat. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it totally is. But,
I love it.
When the outside world, I always say you don't know unless you know.
Yeah.
To represent that, to get the outside world to understand the concept, what we do in here.
Yeah.
What would you tell
the
a
beauty of the
customer?
music.
You meet on the street, a client, you've come to my studio. What would you share with them?
I usually tell them it's the most efficient 30 minutes that you can do in a workout. Just like Alicia did, dark room, loud music, you're in your own element, so no one's watching you. You go at your own pace. It's full body, high intensity, rhythm based, which people love. And I can relate it to like a cycling class, because a lot of people have done that before. I say it's like a cycling class, but better because you're using your full body and it's a lot less time.
So, what would be the biggest difference between a rhythm-based cycle class and a rhythm-based Versaclimber class?
I think not that biking's really high impact. This is so low impact. I think it's better, at least modern day spin, like a lot of studios like Soul Cycle, those kind of well-known, they go so fast. I don't see it being good on your hips and your knees. So this, I just feel like, is the safest way to get a really efficient cardio workout. That would be my differentiator, is you're going to get the same kind of cardiovascular experience as spin, but less impact on the body.
I feel it when I do the two.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both incredible classes, very fun.
Yes.
But I definitely feel it.
Yeah, I've never been good at like the upper body choreo on a cycle bike, so I like that we can incorporate upper body on this and not feel like I'm gonna.
It's easier for people to follow. Like if you put someone on a spin bike for the first time in a spin class, there's so much going on. The choreography's weird. They look like a baby giraffe that was just born or something, right? But like on here, this is a natural movement pattern, right? Like contralateral movement, like you're walking or climbing. Once you take a few steps, you see the light bulbs go off.
That's my
favorite. So I feel like it's more like user friendly than a spin class. I like spin too. I taught it. I love it. It's so much fun. But for kind of your, like, for example, I use my mom again. She's very fit, but she hated my spin class and like can't wait to try this because she thinks it'll be a lot more
I love that.
friendly to her ability.
Low impact for sure. Versaclimber community. It's how many feet you can climb in 60 seconds. I am no expert, but what I have felt from the past is I burn out quite quick. So I actually hold a very steady pace for almost the first 20, 30 seconds, and then the back half, I'm all out. 3, 2, 1.
Holy crap.
Nice job.
Good job, guys.
Nice job.
196.
Oh my gosh, I
Nice
need
job.
It's okay.
And that's why we only do 30 seconds sprints. Really nice job. Thank you so much.
Right? It's fun. I like the...
How many classes are you teaching?
6 right now.
6 a week?
Yeah, I work full-time outside of this as well, and I have a 6-month-old, so it's a perfect amount.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
First baby?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
He's so cute.
He
Are you
is so
teaching a
cute.
lot on the schedule?
Yeah, she's all over the schedule.
30 at one point, classes a week, down to 20, which is wild because like at my
They're gonna go spin, they're gonna go boxing, they're gonna go. So yeah, that would be really rad.
Especially since it's so new to Scottsdale. I mean, there's just, it's you know, we didn't have a or something that's kind of corporate-y and familiarized people.